with her dog Bo in the city of Shanghai, China. Actually, she belonged to a small village in China, but after her father's death, she shifted to Shanghai to earn money for her mother and her sister. Meilin's personality was very sweet, and she worked in a toy shop. She loved toys very much, but among all those toys, what she loved the most were dolls. Because she worked in a toy shop, she used to buy her favorite dolls at discounted rates. Her house had unique dolls that came from different countries. One day, her shop received a limited edition Labubu doll collection. As soon as all the dolls arrived, they were sold out instantly. But Meilin had already kept one doll aside for herself. That Labubu doll's color was golden, a shade that was different from the other Labubu dolls. That doll was very beautiful, and Meilin had never seen a smile as cute as the one that doll had. Meilin took that Labubu doll home. That day, she was very happy, and she kept staring at that Labubu doll. The doll's beautiful blue eyes, its golden-colored soft fur, long ears, and that cute smile with big teeth. Meilin hugged that Labubu doll tightly. She took a lot of photos of it and introduced it to her dog Bo as the new member of her doll family. But where Bo used to wag his tail happily and run here and there all over the room after seeing all the other dolls, this time he started barking and growling loudly after seeing that Labubu doll. Meilin found this a bit strange, but she thought that Bo might be scared, so she kept the doll on her shelf and went to sleep. Meilin's dog Bao, who always slept near her, kept staring at that doll and then ran out of the room. The next morning, before going to the office, Bo barked loudly again after seeing the Labubu doll. Just as Meilin was about to leave the house, Bo grabbed her jeans and started pulling her toward the shelf. Meilin scolded Bo, but he didn't listen at all. In anger, Meilin locked Bo in the bathroom and left for the shop. That day turned out to be the worst day in her toy store. The always sweet-speaking Meilin got into a fight with her customer, and she didn't even know why she suddenly got so angry that she shouted at him. Her boss scolded Meilin very badly right there on the spot and fired her from the job. Meilin couldn't understand how she suddenly became so furious. Crying, she went back home. She opened the bathroom door. This is a true story. Once, 17 kids went outside, and they never came back. Are you a lost people story? This story, and just then, Bao started running around loudly, but seeing Meilin's crying face, he calmed down, and tears came into his eyes too. That night, Meilin went to bed early. While sleeping, she heard someone laughing, a strange kind of laugh that she had never heard before. Then she saw that someone was standing in the corner of her room, staring at her because of the darkness. She couldn't see that person properly. She got up from her bed to check, but there was no one there. Only that Labubu doll was lying there, which Meilin put back on the shelf and went back to sleep again. That night, Meilin had a dream in which she was in her own room, and there was a very strange-looking creature, something like an animal, with big sharp teeth, terrifyingly long claws, and claws even sharper than its teeth. Its entire body was red, and it was rotting in different places. Slowly, that creature came closer to Meilin and moved forward to strangle her. Frightened, Meilin screamed loudly, but that creature laughed even louder than her, a horrifying laughter, and attacked Meilin with its sharp claws. Out of fear, Meilin's eyes opened suddenly, but then she saw that the Labubu doll was sitting on top of her. Hearing her scream, her dog Bo came running into the room. Meilin couldn't understand how the Labubu doll, which she had kept on the shelf before sleeping, was now on her bed. When she looked closely at that doll, its smile looked even wider and scarier than before. Before Meilin could understand anything, her dog Bo grabbed the doll with his teeth and tore it into pieces. Meilin was drenched in sweat, and her head was splitting with pain, so she didn't say anything to Bao. She threw that Labubu doll in the dustbin and called Bao to sleep beside her again. When she woke up in the morning, her headache was worse than the previous night. At the same time, small red rashes had appeared on her hands. Bo was not in the room either. She called Bo, but there was no reply. Meilin went into the hall, but Bo wasn't there either. She searched the entire house, but he was nowhere to be found. Finally, she went into the bathroom. Bao wasn't in the bathroom either. But when she looked at her face in the mirror, her entire face was covered with those small red rashes. It looked as if someone had bitten her. Then, in the bathroom mirror, she saw something horrifying behind her shoulder, something that looked exactly like that creature from her dream, and it was laughing loudly. But as soon as Meilin turned around, there was no creature. Instead, on top of the bathroom shelf, the Labubu doll was sitting there. Meilin thought it was her imagination. Her dog Bo had destroyed that doll, so how could it be there now? But now the doll's face, which earlier had a cute smile, had turned into a horrific grin. Meilin got scared and ran outside, calling for Bo, but he was nowhere around. When she entered the house again, she was shocked. That Labubu doll was now near the kitchen sink. The doll's hands and teeth were red. When Meilin looked under the sink, her body froze. Her dog Bo's body was lying there, and blood was flowing out of it. It looked as if someone had ripped him apart badly. Bo was dead. Seeing this, Meilin's condition became terrible. She realized that this Labubu doll was not an ordinary doll. She started searching the internet for information related to the Labubu doll. On the internet, she read news that many people were being hunted by their Labubu dolls all over the world. Many such haunted Labubu doll cases had come forward. The Labubu dolls were biting people, and horrible things were happening to them, like losing their jobs, falling seriously ill, or even the death of their loved ones. After reading all this news, Meilin got even more scared. She understood that her Labubu doll was haunted. Without wasting any time, she set the doll on fire, put its ashes in a jar, and threw them into a nearby river. That night, she told this entire incident to her younger sister on the phone. Meilin thought that maybe now, she had gotten rid of that Labubu doll. But the next morning, Meilin's dead body was found in her house, and beside her body lay that same Labubu doll. That doll was taken home by one of her friends, who worked with her at the toy store. Nowadays, some people on the internet are also saying that the Labubu doll is actually a dangerous and evil demon named Pazuzu. In another form. In many countries, because of such incidents, Labubu dolls have been banned. And in many places, priests have also performed exorcisms on them. Friends, what do you think? Is the Labubu doll really cursed? Does it really have a demon inside it? Or is all this just a rumor? Tell us in the comments below. Friends, last year, we organized India's biggest horror festival, and you all gave us so much love and support. You came there, met your favorite horror creators, had a lot of fun, played many horror games, and met many horror villains. We all celebrated Halloween together. This year, we are again bringing for you HorrorCon, which is going to be even bigger than last year, because this year, we will celebrate horror for 2 full days. Your favorite horror storytellers will come, and we'll have a horror party where we'll dance, sing, enjoy ourselves, and have a lot of fun. So come to HorrorCon on October 25th and 26th, happening at NSIC Okhla, Delhi. And friends, for updates about HorrorCon, follow HorrorCon India's Instagram handle right now. Link is in the pinned comment. And if you liked our story, then subscribe to Kuni Monday.